All right, you guys, I am so stinking excited because today we are diving all the way in on this shifted task list. So, you guys have tuned in over the past, I don't know, 2 weeks, I think it is now. We've referenced this, and today we're going to go in hard. We're going to give you the tips. We're going to talk about how it's affected our business when we've implemented it consistently over the past couple of weeks, and how you've got to start doing this shifted task list. It's a whole new way of doing business, and I'm loving it. Guys, I've been in this business for almost 5 years now, and this is the first task list that I actually enjoy doing. It's so simple. I feel like I'm getting so much intentional work done without being glued to my phone. Because I know a couple of weeks back we had talked about like being tired of hustle culture, right? Like, I'm not afraid to work hard, and I want you guys to work hard, but I don't want you to work your life away. That's why we're here, right? We want freedom, we want life, we want time with our family. And so many of us, since COVID hit, we really kind of just became like robots to our phones. We were so glued. We were doing it mindlessly, unintentionally, just working to work to kind of disconnect and like tap out of real life. And I'm tired of that. I'm tired of the idea that you have to just keep pushing forward and keep doing more and keep doing more. Like, maybe we just weren't doing the right things. Maybe we just weren't being intentional. And it's not that we have to do more and that we have to be plugged in more and we have to do more time and more. Maybe we just need to do it better. And that's what this shifted list has been. It has allowed us to work better, to work smarter, to work more effectively, and to have more time for life alongside your thriving business. Not just your business, not this business that you've already built and now you get to enjoy it, but a business that you get to grow in the ground, in the trenches, but still participate in life along the way. Because that's the important part. And I feel like for a while we were missing that. And I want you guys to have both. I want you to have a thriving business that you have to show up and work, that you get to show up and work, that you get to feel that. But I also want you to have life and life abundantly. That's what we're called for, and that's why we're here. And so I'm going to real quick share my screen so you guys can see this list, screenshot it, message me for or I can put the task list in the chats again as well if you guys don't have this. But this is our shifted list. This is what we've been doing for almost 3 weeks now, so almost a month. And I'm excited because we're going to have two people come on tonight and share with you guys who've never spoken on Zoom or anything. They're not like big leaders in the business. But they're in the trenches, you guys, and they're doing this and it is working for their business. I don't just want you to hear from me and Laura and Macy, the people you hear all the time. I want you to hear from the people who are still building, because I know sometimes it's really easy to discredit stuff because you're like, oh, well, that works for you because you've been doing this for 5 years. You have so many people to talk to, but it's not going to work for me. I'm new. I'm, restarting. I'm whatever that is. And I want you guys to know that this works for everyone. It is so duplicatable because it's so simple. And so the way this works is that you do 3 shifts a day. You have your morning, afternoon, and evening. And by the time you've completed this, you're going to have like 10 to 20 hosts to post up. You're going to be in so many conversations about products, about the business. You're going to be growing your friends list. You're going to be getting your post up. You're going to do all of your list, but it's broken up effectively. And you can manage each task list if you were to sit down in 30 to 60 minutes. And you guys, I know we work full time. Some of us, you do other things. You got life, you got school, you got whatever it is. You don't always have 30 to 60 minutes to sit down and do your work, right? But when you have those 30 seconds, when you have that 5 minutes, when you have that 10 minutes throughout your day, this allows you to stop hunting and searching and being like, well, I know I have a second, but like, what work should I do? You just go and look and you be like, okay, I need to finish my morning task list. I still need to go send out 25 host to post messages. I have 10 minutes. That's what I'm going to do. I need to still get out my happy birthdays. Let me go do that when I have these 2 minutes. And it takes it and simplifies it where you're not having to figure out what to do next. It's all written in front of you. And if you are doing this task list every day, you're promoting, you're earning bonuses, your business is growing, and then your team can do it too because it is so simplified. And I'm so dang excited about what this has done for my business, but I don't want you guys just to hear from me. So we're going to jump right in, girlfriend. Alicia, I'm so excited. Come off mute, girlfriend. I want you to tell us how this has impacted your business because I know we were talking there at the end of last month. And
Yeah.
y'all, Alicia has been in, okay? She was in this a few years ago with me, and it's
Yeah.
been kind of lukewarm here and there, but we decided to
I
get
love you, Laura.
You were
Right.
so close to Ruby, and then you started implementing this shift list. And I want you to tell me how it has affected your business these last couple weeks.
Okay. Hi. Well, hi. Like where I said, yeah, I've been in this business for about 3 years now. But the most consistent I've been with this business is when I very first started. And so I fell off, and you can kind of say I restarted. And this has put me back on track. I told Mariah the other day, like, I feel like I'm back into it. I'm back into working. Finally feel like I'm doing something because I was in a rut to where I felt like, okay, like she said, what do I do now? Okay, I done this, but now what? Instead of that, like I write down the task list, write it down. I write down my 25 people who I message. I go back at the end of each day. I have like my LCs, my DTs who I talk about, who I talk to, everybody who I talk to throughout the day. And it just really keeps me consistent and organized. And I love it. I signed 6 customers last month, more than I have done in a long time because I wasn't doing much of nothing, but it's really put me back on track and I love it. I love it.
I love that so much. And I love, like, I know you weren't brand new, but you were restarting pretty much from ground zero. It's not like you had potentials. It's not like you had like these long lists and you were able to just jump into this because it was simplified and you were seeing so much growth and I'm loving it. And so in our team chat, we use that as a place to hold each other accountable. So we're shouting out when we do a shift. So it's like morning shift done, afternoon shift done, evening shift done all day. And girl, like I love seeing it. I'm like, Alicia is in there. And then if she's not got them done the next day, she's like, y'all, I finished yesterday's task. Let me get today's shifts. Like, I love it. And it's so encouraging to see because especially when you guys are when new people are coming in, like, yes, there's wins, yes, there's enrollments. But I was just talking to a newbie about this, but like you're not going to have an enrollment every day. Like even mass enrollers with like 20, 25 enrollments, that's not an enrollment every day. And so if we're waiting to celebrate just boom LC and boom or PM or boom, I signed a distributor, all of this, like we're missing so many other things. And we can celebrate the right behavior, the results then come. And I love that because this gives us a chance where a new distributor can come in on like day 2, day 3 and be shouting out and active in your team chat. And that just starts building that relationship, that camaraderie. And then that's telling your leader that you're serious. We're seeing that. We're like, heck yeah, I know that Alicia is someone who's serious because she's showing up for her business and it shows out for everyone. And I love what this has done for our team. And so, Macy, why don't you come in here? I know you had something you wanted to share on the shifted list. We want to hear what you got, girlfriend.
So you kind of touched on it, but I wanted to talk about like the time management. Not feeling pressured to have to do your morning shift in the morning, your afternoon in the afternoon, the night in the night. And because for a long time, like my sleep schedule is so messed up. Like one day I'll wake up at 8 a.m. The next day I'll wake up at like 12. And so it's like if I wake up at noon, I'm like, all right, the morning shift, I can't even do it anymore. It's not morning no more. And so instead of thinking that way, I know a lot of people work full time and all the other things. There's so many different things, have kids, whatever. So try to just do what works for you. So if you have to do the morning task in the afternoon, your afternoon at night and whatever, like I was doing my 3 shifts at like midnight to 4 a.m. because that's just how my sleep schedule was. And I'm like, I got to get it done somehow. And so anyways, just finding what works for you and not feeling pressured to like do like the 6 a.m. like some people are doing and whatever, if that makes sense. Um, and if you're just starting out, don't feel like the pressure to do all 3 shifts as well. Because like if that's overwhelming you, start with 1. And once you get that 1 shift down, go to 2 and then so on and go to your 3rd one. And then eventually it's just gonna feel like a habit and like it's not gonna be so overwhelming. Because I know when I first looked at all the tasks, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a lot. But when you sit down and you like do it here and there, like it feels so much better. And the same thing, like if you're doing morning shift, you can do 2 tasks at 8 a.m. and then 2 tasks at 10 a.m. It's still your morning or whatever, however you're going to be doing it. But like, don't feel like you have to sit down and do all of it at once. And if you can do all of it at once, like it's totally up to you. But yeah, that's all I have to say.
Yes, I love that because it's so fluid. Even though it is structured, it's like a fluid structure. You still get to make it your own. And I just love that. I was talking with a newbie and she was I was talking about shouting out the stuff in all our team chat, going back to that. And she was like, well, I'm getting most of it done, but like I haven't or whatever. I was like, girl, count it all. Like if you got 10 host to post messages this morning and you got 5 this afternoon and then you got 10 tonight, like, and that's all you needed for your morning shift to finish it, then like go shout that out. I don't care if it's 12 o'clock at night, you finished it, go get it out there. And I love that you kind of get to build your business that way, because the cool thing about this, guys, if you do one shift a day, you're more consistent and working more like intentionally than like 90% of the people in this business. So you may not see the same level of results in speed, but you're still building your business, and you're building your business effectively because you're practicing the right behaviors. And when you're doing it again and again and again consistently, you're shouting it out, you're doing whatever, you're getting that reward, you're building the habit. And the habit, if even if you just do one, like if you were to send 25 post messages a day, okay, we obviously want you to do all your tasks and stuff, build your business in all the ways. But say that's all you did for your business, you're still growing in the right direction, because when you can master one thing, it's easy to master a second thing. And it's easier to master a third thing. And like Macy was just saying, when you get really good with one shift, push it to 1.5, push it to 2, push it to 2.5, push it to 3. And then before you know it, you're getting those shifts done and you're like, I mean, I guess I could do some more work. Like I just have time. Like it just becomes second nature. I mean, there's literally days that I'm like, well, I did everything. So I mean, I guess I'll just go send some more follow-ups. And it's, I mean, not every day is like that. There's some days where I'm like, I'm committed to doing at least one shift a day, regardless. But there's some days that's all I'm getting done, and it takes me all day to do it. There's other days I got all 3 shifts done, and it's like 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock at night. And I'm like, dude, I'm used to working my entire business since I had my daughter. I started working in the evenings when she went to bed. So like 7 to 11 was when I was doing all my work. So it's like 8 o'clock and I'm done. I'm like, what do I do? I guess I can do more. Like, and I love that. It just comes so simplified and customizable to your business. It takes down this big idea of all these tasks and it just makes it like bite-sized. And I love that. So Laura, I am dying to hear what you and your girl have to share with us. Come on in.
Yes. Oh my gosh. First off, Macy, I absolutely love what you said. When you can like do it on your own time. Yes, we call it morning, afternoon, and evening. But if it helps you, think of it as shift 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Because yes, absolutely, you can do it anytime throughout the day. And also, Mariah, I need to reiterate, I put in chat, yes, that needed to be said, because not everybody is able to do all 3 shifts all the time. But if you can at least commit to doing one shift, like she said, you are being way more consistent and productive than the vast majority of people out there. But you guys, I'm gonna go into like my little tips also, but first, I'm so excited because I get to brag on one of my girls. Because I love her. Okay. I'm gonna actually have my girl Sandy come in. She's only been with us since January, I believe. She would have to correct me if I'm wrong. It's either December or January. But you guys, ever since this new shift system, we implemented it, every single day I see her in the chat. She's like, morning shift done, afternoon shift done, evening shift done. And you guys, just the other day, she signed 2 customers in back-to-back, 2 customers in 2 days. You guys, I didn't have any enrollments that day. And I'm like, my girl's on fire and she's just crushing it. So I asked her if she would be okay with kind of coming on here. And I just needed to first off say this. As a leader, this is like so heartwarming for me, because don't get me wrong, I'm like very red and money motivated and I love like attention and all the things. Give me a microphone, I will talk all day long. Okay. But to be able to introduce one of my girls, like, I'm just excited. Anyway, so yes. So Sandy, if you could unmute yourself and just kind of just give us a quick little, how has this shift system helped you with your business? How do you like see the difference in from before we started it to now?
Well, this shift has been helping me out because at first I was like lost. I felt like I wasn't doing anything or whatever. So with this, it made me like realizing how I have to get the people to interact with them. So I just been sending them positive vibes, and then afterwards I asked them to post for me and they reply, and that's the way I got my other 2 ones. It helped me out a lot completely. It has changed my life completely. It has made me confident and everything. So yes, I love it.
Yes, thank you so much, Sandy. Oh my gosh, I love it. You guys, she said her confidence. Can I just share with you? I have watched her confidence grow immensely in the last couple months, like from when she first started to now. Like, your confidence will come. Like, first off, fake it till you make it kind of thing. Like, you don't need to know everything, okay? Like, we worked through it, but now she's like telling me after the fact. She's like, hey, I talked to this person. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, she has also signed 3 of her own distributors. She has boxed for Ruby. So yes, that is happening. But you guys, I just wanted to also kind of share some really quick tips myself, okay? Monday through Friday, assuming I wake up on time and my life isn't a crapshoot like it is sometimes because life happens, and I'm just being 100% honest, okay? I try to stick to every Monday through Friday, 7 a.m., I do a quick power 30. Not even a full power 40, not a power hour, power 30, and I knock out my entire morning shift in 30 minutes in the quiet before my kids get up, and I'm just listening to either some self-development or some like worship music in the morning, and it's just done, you guys. It's so simple, so easy, but also so that you need to know. And what I have found is I don't always, like they said, have 30 to 60 minutes to sit down and knock out my entire shift. There's 2 to 3 days out the week I actually go work at a part-time gig just because I like the people I work with, and hey, who doesn't like extra money, right? It's literally 5 days, 5 hours out of my day. So I'm okay with it. But on those days, I find it harder to sit down and get all of my afternoon shift done. So I get a little 15-minute break and I can knock out a couple of my afternoon tasks. When I'm leaving, I sit in the car for 5 minutes and knock out a couple more tasks. And then when I come home, get the kids from school, while they're finishing their homework, I'm finishing my afternoon task. So it's like you can split it up how it works for you. And then I've also been doing another quick power 30 at like 7 at night. I know it's not a super convenient time, but that's one of the beauties about this business is we get to work it around a time that works for us. And 7 o'clock in my house, the girls have already, my family's already eaten dinner for the most part. And that's like the kids, like they're either watching a movie or they're on their tablet time before they start getting ready for bed. So while they're on their tablets or watching a movie, I'm getting this work done. That way, when they go to bed, unless it's a Zoom night or something, I can hang out with my husband because that needs to be a priority as well, you guys. That is a priority. Like, you don't want to be on your phone all the time. You started this business so that you could have more time. Don't let that get away from you. Okay? Make sure you are intentional. Be intentional with your time. So that is what works for me. And it's all about finding what works for you. You guys, I've been doing this for like 3.5 years now almost. And when we started this shift system last month, let me tell you, I am in more conversations now than I have been in forever. And I am loving it. I am excited again. I am just like feeling the excitement. The enrollments are coming in. And even if they aren't coming in every day, because nobody has enrollments every day. If you are, you're a unicorn, and please quit for 6 months and come join me. Okay? Like, I'm just saying, like, everybody wants that unicorn, but they don't really exist. Okay? So it's not going to be an enrollment every single day, but every single day, my goal is to be in a minimum of 10 new conversations. That's always been my goal for this whole year. That was my new thing. Instead of like thinking I needed to have up 10 hosts to post, that stressed me out. So I switched it to I need to be in 10 new conversations. I need to be new conversations, new potentials. So now, ever since we did this, you guys, I had to up that number because I was easily talking to at least 20 new people every single day. Easily. Post to post, I don't hate it anymore. I hated it for the longest. And the beginning of this year was stressing me out and I just didn't even want to do it. But with this system, it's so simple. I just do it and I'm easily getting up like 15 host posts a day. It's just, you've got to be intentional, but you've got to find a time to work it around what works for you. But you have to be consistent. Don't give up. Keep going. All right. Like, I will always talk, so I'm going to stop.
I love that. And I love how you ended with that because that's what I wanted to talk about too, is like the new conversations. Guys, I mean, I know we talked about this early in this month, but like even more so now, I can't tell you the last time I was this excited about my business. 5 years, okay? When I got started, yeah, I was on fire. I was ready to go. I was doing the thing. And then life happened and then COVID happened. Like COVID freaking railed me, and as I know it did a lot of us, it kind of changed the way we looked at the world, looked at ourselves, and looked at this business. So many of us hid behind this mundane task system where we weren't actually working, we weren't putting our souls into it, we weren't putting emotion, we were just clicking the buttons, we were just doing whatever we could to automate it, and we got in this rut that was so, I felt so stuck for so long, and it was like everything that I did just was, I was still there. Like I maybe got things got a little bit better, and maybe I made money, or maybe I earned a trip, but the inside core issues were still the same. I wasn't happy in my business. I wasn't excited. And I was like, how the heck am I supposed to fix this? And guys, between everything corporate's doing and then this shift system, I'm excited to work my business for the first time in probably 3 years. Like I am excited to earn Jamaica. I'm excited to do my shifts, and I'm excited for new. I haven't been in so many new conversations because I mean, if you guys have been around for a while, I'm sure you're going to relate to this, but like we get so stuck in our 5,000 friends. Like we're so diligent to get like 4,000 to 5,000 friends on Facebook. And then now you're at this and it's hard to delete people. And so you just kind of get complacent in this fishbowl, but like bringing in new and forcing yourself to do that, you have to create space. You have to be intentional. And like, guys, you've heard me say it, and I know I'm not the first, but fresh fish jump first. We're here wanting the new, we're wanting the energy, we're wanting the excitement, and we're wondering why our businesses are feeling stagnant. We're staying in a swamp. This water is not moving. We're in this like muck wanting things to grow, and we're like, why is it not doing it? Why are the fish I'm pulling out like kind of dead and stinky? Like, why is this not working for me? But we're staying in the same dang swamp. It's time to get up and move. I want fresh flowing water. I want a whole stream. I want to be able to go take a cup and drink straight out this water. Okay. I don't want no mug. I don't want no dead fishes. I don't want none of it. I want the exciting. I want the new. I want the energy. I want the passion. Because if you want to feel passionate about your business like you did when you started, go launch someone. Because their excitement and their passion is going to just start transcending, and then do it again, and then do it again, and find another person who's excited about their business, excited about the potential. Remember that you are their key factor to success in this. Like, yes, it's not on you, it's on them. You can lead a fish to water, or fish to water. You can't, or lead a fish to water, you guys. You can lead a horse to water. Fish is already there. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't force them to drink, all of that. But you have so much power in cultivating someone's journey to really changing their life in this business, their health, their finances, their marriage, the way their kids are going to grow up. That's on you. You get that responsibility, that excitement, that power, and that privilege. Walk into that. Bring in new conversations. Like, yes, you got to follow up until you die or they die. We know that, okay? But like, we've got to get out of that where that's all we're doing. I was signing all of my customers last year and early this year through follow-ups. Post to post wasn't working. I'm gonna be honest, and it was a gut check when we did these shifts. Post to post may not have been working for me because I was not working it. I was barely getting 3 to 5 up a day, and that wasn't even every day. In these conversations, we're focused on just doing the right behavior. I'm getting almost 20 host to post up like almost every day right now, and I'm not having to work for it because I'm just doing the right behavior. For so long, it was all results focused. It was, you've got to get the volume, you got to get the promotion, you've got to get 10 hosts to post up, you've got to get in this. But if you guys, we just go back to learning the right behaviors, practicing the right behaviors, mastering the right behaviors, your business is going to grow in the right direction. And we're not just going to build it results focused, because when we're building results focused, we're building on a ground of sand, the castle of sand. It's not going to stay because we're not worried about the results. We're not worried about the how, what we're doing, the behaviors. We're worried about where we're going. And when we're only focused on where we're going, we're just taking the shortcuts. We may skip a nail here because we'll get there a little faster. We can get that result faster. But guys, I don't want another house of sand. Like Misha Tate said, when you build it the second time, you build it strong. Too many of us are building the second time, and I want this to be the final time. We're not here to just build something else. We're here to build your dream business, something that will sustain you, not just you, but your family, and not just your family, but their family. Whoever God's going to bring in your path, that you are destined to be there to guide them, to love them, to help them change and impact them, their kids, and then some other strangers' kids and their family and their kids, and the legacy that you're going to create, because we're going to focus on learning, mastering, and like fully accepting the process, the right behaviors, the right things, and then teaching it. Because it's not enough just to do. We are going to go out and we're going to be the best dang teachers. And a simplified system allows us to do that. We don't have to go out and confuse our newbies and like, yeah, we teach them everything. And then it's like, okay, go do your daily tasks. Okay. Like, what does that even mean? We're not doing that. We're taking them and we're like, okay, we're doing this. And then here's how you're going to do it. A visual roadmap. You're taking care of people with this system and you're making it easy, simple. You're working it through them. They're going to start building strong businesses that never have to be rebuilt. You get to go out and we're trailblazers. We get to go through the muck so that they don't have to. And we get to show them how to build their dream business on a firm foundation, on something that is going to stand firm for the time, that is going to be that legacy, that's going to be so impactful. And it starts in these simplified systems. When we get simple, when we get easy, when we get just focused on rewarding the right behaviors. Because guys, the right behaviors consistently will always build you where you want to go. And the wrong behaviors may get you there, but it's not going to keep you there. And so I, like everyone has said tonight, we want you to do the right thing, and we want you to do it in a way that you still experience your life. I want to see you promote the same month you celebrate your kid's birthday, the same month that you give birth, the same month that you move, the same month that you take a vacation. Those are the months I want you to still be promoting, not when you have to only sacrifice your life to be glued to your phone. And yes, promotions, trips, hustling, all of that. Yes, you got to work hard. I will never discredit that. This business, to get where you want to go and create the life of your dreams, is going to be hard work. That's the reason most people don't do it. But it doesn't have to be all your work. You can work hard in small chunks, work effectively, intentionally in small chunks. And guys, go live your life. Because if you are waiting until you're Ambassador Diamond to start living, you're missing it. That's not when life starts. It doesn't start when you have $1 million. It doesn't start when you hit Millionaires Club. It doesn't start when you make $20,000 a month. It doesn't start when you quit your job. It doesn't start when you can XYZ and you make it happen. It starts today in the process. Because guys, the valley and the mountaintop, that's what we want to talk about. But those are such short destinations. Where you're at is up and down the climb. And we don't want to just worry about getting through another valley and getting to the next mountaintop, because you've got to learn to live on the mountain. And when we can just learn to love this view, knowing the next step, it's going to change, but learning to love here in this spot, you're going to find so much fulfillment from where you are. Because you're never going to, like, this success, this dream, all of these things, guys, it's not going to make you happy. It's not going to fulfill you. It's not going to make you the one person you want to be. It's not going to make you stronger or better or any of these things that we disillusion ourselves to believe. You have that in you now. You are in a situation, in your circumstances, you have enough money, you have enough resources, you have enough of you are enough, you have enough love, you have enough empathy, you have enough here. And I want you to learn to love it, to just embrace the now where you are, get consistent in doing the steps, the disciplines to get going to that next level, but enjoy this moment too. Be present in this moment too. Don't just hustle till you die. Okay, we're in something different. You didn't want to go work for someone. You didn't want someone else to tell you what to do with your time all the time. Stop letting your insecurities, your fears, your doubts, your needs, your closed hands tell you and negate and force your hand in your time. You are in charge of your business. You get to tell your time where to go. You get to value your time. You get to set your priorities. You get to show up for your business and for your life. You get to be a present mom. You get to be a present wife. You get to be a present dog owner. You get to be a present person. You get to love yourself. You get to do those things now, not then. And you get to grow an amazing business in the process. You get to create a legacy in the process. You get to love on people in the process. You get to be the hands and feet of God. You get to have an impact. You get to let people believe in themselves again, all at the same time. You really can have it all, you guys. And when we can lock in with simplified systems like this, that's going to amplify your work. It's going to take your effort, allow you to do a smaller dose of intense effort to get a greater reward and result. And that's what I want to see you have, because you deserve both. You deserve to have a thriving business. You deserve to have to work hard. Okay, let's be honest. Things happen too easy in so many avenues. You deserve to have to freaking sweat it out. You deserve to have to put in the work, because I promise you, when you have to grind it and you have to work hard, it's going to be so much sweeter. You're going to feel so much better when you get there, because you're going to get there. If you show up, you're going to get there. The only way you don't see success in this business and life and in your dreams is to quit before God brings them to fruition. Because he did not put that in your heart and soul for no reason. It's there and it's waiting for you. And it is your job to consistently keep taking the steps forward and trust him with the results, not you. You learn the discipline, you learn to water your plants, you learn to take care. And I promise, when you master the discipline of your business, God is going to bless that harvest. Like we've been talking about, he's going to bless everything you put your hands to. So in this season, you guys, I want you touching everything. I want you laying hands as you walking through the streets, okay? I want your hands on everything so that when that harvest comes, you are so overwhelmed, you can't breathe because God is bringing so much to you. And every single one of you are called to that. And it's time to step up. It's time to walk in it. And it's time to get staying serious about showing up for your business. Because when you show up for your business seriously and consistently, you are just creating so much space for God to move mountains for you. I'm so excited, you guys. I haven't been this excited in years. I know what God's doing here. I know what freaking John and the Ancalas, they're doing. They really care about us. And this is the time to be in this business. Things are changing. The tides are shifting. And you want to be one of the leaders rising up because there's got to be some rising up. Show up consistently. Believe that you are called, destined, and ready for this. And you guys know the drill. Come find me in Jamaica. First round's on me as long as we're at the all-inclusive resort, okay? I love you all so much. Thank you for taking time out of your Tuesday night once again to come out and hang out with us. I'm so proud of you for all you've done this month. I'm believing for so much more this month for you, and I will pray real quick and hop off with you guys. But dear Lord Jesus, thank you so much for this place that we get to come together each week to grow stronger in you, stronger in our businesses, and stronger in ourselves. Remind us how beautiful we are. Remind us how called we are. Remind us how destined we are to something so great. We trust you with it all. We trust you with these desires. We trust you with these dreams. And we trust you with the hard work it's going to take. We know that if we touch it, you're going to bless it. And so allow us to be germ spreaders at this point. We want to go and spread some Jesus germs everywhere. We want to touch everything so that when the blessing comes, it is so immense. It is so great that it just takes our breath away. Because I know you can do it. I know you can breathe life into all of these situations, the now and the then. And you are just doing so much. And I'm so excited to be here to watch you work in every one of these people's lives because I know you're doing some big things. Thank you so much for this space. We get to come together. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. I love you guys dearly. And of course, this will be up on my YouTube here in a little bit.